So, guess who's back in physical labor? It's the summertime. It's coming, right? June 1st, we're halfway through the year, and people just don't have money to spend on starting businesses. It's plain truth of it. People want to enjoy their time. They want to be outside. They want to spend gas money. They want to go and take trips and stuff. So they're not too focused on their entrepreneurial ventures. Times are tough. So guess what? Your boy got a 9 to 5, and I'm right back where I was a couple years ago, working with my uncle at Marsh Heating and Cooling. Yeah, doing plumbing and water heaters and boilers, air conditioning, furnaces, stuff like that. HVAC and plumbing, to put it in a nutshell. But didn't expect to be putting in a W-9. Wanted to really get this online stuff tied up, get a good flow, get the good community, get a lot of activity. While you're at it, hit subscribe, turn on notifications. There's buttons, you'll find them. But that's the harsh reality of it sometimes. Sometimes you just have to do what you got to do. So this is some practice what you preach time. If I think back on my own content, I talk a lot about work your 9 to 5 job, and then when you come home, put 1 to 2 hours in on your career, right? So this is practice what you preach. I went and worked my 8.5 hours. I come home, I got cleaned up, I got the camera, I got the mic, I got the software, I got started. This is me working on my career. So practice what you preach, right? So that's the first step. Do what I've told everyone else to do. Do that part. Next, I have to increase my income. Without side incomes, the income that I'm currently making, it makes things tight. Rent is high, food is expensive right now, gas is very expensive. So it's a hard living, at a 9 to 5 wage. So we have to find a way to, one, take a little bit of that each month, each week if possible, and reinvest it so where it's making more income here on the side. And then to, also continue doing this stuff, getting on here, build my community, creating content, and, speaking to you guys, building up my community, right? Next thing, need to focus on the community, because there are people that will watch your content. There's people that will check out your content and just keep it moving. But then there's people that never miss an episode, right? Those are people that feel a special tie with that brand, with the creator or with the content that he's making, that he or she's making. So you want to build that community. You want to, and it starts, believe it or not, one at a time. You don't get to your 75th video and all of a sudden, boop, you just got 25 diehard fans. Unfortunately, that is not part of the game. That's part of the video game world, but the game that we're playing, the game of life, it doesn't work like that. So you got to say some striking shit. You got to say some real interesting stuff if you're really going to build a community, if you're going to build trust, if you're going to be authentic. So, I got family stuff going on in the other room, authenticity, right? But I definitely need to work on figuring out what percentage of my income I have available to be able to reinvest into something else where I can build more of an income. If there's more work that I could do at home, those 1 to 2 hours after my 9 to 5 that I could be making money on, like how I have videos that have sponsorships, They could have an affiliate product that I'm pretty fond of attached to it, special discounts, things like that. So, I need to be making content. Fair enough. I need to be making content that's going to bring the community together. I need to be making content that brings a value, that educates, but on the stuff that you guys want to be educated on, the stuff that you guys want to hear about. I'd like to know in the comments if you guys got ideas for the kind of content that I could make. I'm sure there's other creators that you enjoy that talk about similar stuff, but have like a different format, or they, do the screen share and they, do reaction videos to certain topics of things. Hey, let me know in the comments what you're into, man. I'm interested. There's a couple hundred people subscribed, so I would love to get your input on it. Stone cold bottom line reality is that I'm back to working a 9 to 5, but I'm far from being done with making my content. The past couple months, which is why this video is going to be the first one I've done in a while. The past couple months, I've been working with 2 brands. I've been making content for the company that I'm doing the HVAC and plumbing for. Also did a gum raffle. But also I was working with FAFO Entertainment, a group of guys that are working on making music and rebuilding our local scene, the music scene in our local area. So shout outs to all that. Shout outs to all them people. But I felt it was time that I got back on my grind for Mr. Therapy, right? This channel right here. The channel that you're watching right now. The content that I've been putting together for you. It's kind of a bitter pill to swallow on this 9 to 5 grind. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's why I slid my camera closer, because it's like serious. Don't like it. So I'm going to use certain resources that I can to see if there's something more up my alley. The job that I'm working is very physical. Didn't intend on doing physical type of work for them. Maybe occasionally. But instead of marketing, I ended up in a more physical position. And, given that I've had 3 neck surgeries so far, I'm going to try to postpone my 4th, 5th, and 6th as long as I can. So I need to be, using my skills behind the desk, I think would probably be better. So I'm reaching out to, I'm on Indeed. I got my resume put together, all my school stuff, and, my music business and media communications, right? Shout out. Full Sail University. So I get emails from my college that, offer jobs. I'm looking for remote work that I could do right here in my office, right? And I could send to them stuff like copywriting, stuff like editing, even like managerial work or virtual assistant, something like that. So there's different jobs or different positions out there. I just have to go through the process of, applying and trying to reach out to them and see if there's something that works for me. So not happy. My body is really not happy that I'm back in the physical labor. Really not happy. Pretty disappointed. I'm used to this desk. I'm used to my computers. I'm used to my green screen. I'm used to you guys. I'm used to my camera. I love looking at my camera. My camera loves looking at me. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So I need to get back to where I once belonged. Which is right here and doing the kind of stuff that I love to do, making content, creating value, and pursuing a higher tier in life, right? We might be down here, sometimes we drop down to here, but it doesn't mean that up here doesn't exist. We just got to get back up there, right? So at first it's feeding the kids, it's paying the bills, and then it's what can we do from there. All right, so that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to work on documenting this as much as I can. I still got to come up with some good ideas other than just putting applications in. I have to also consider, the kind of work that I'm going to do, the kind of content that I'm going to create. Is this going to be a docu-series? Which I could create, basically I have a few other videos that would fit into it well, because I just get into my life, right? There's a lot of people that are starting out, at the bottom. Maybe they don't even have the computers yet, so they're one step below me. If I could be a help to them, that's going to increase our numbers, right? So, hey, with that, I'm Mr. Therapy. I would strongly advise you to continue stacking every single odd in your favor for success. You got to do it. Might have a setback, but it doesn't mean you can't have a comeback. I'll see you on the next one.